sativa in the morning, for the nighttime I'm on in the cut. They say you only get one life, my nigga better live it up. Grab that witch, take out the gas, grab some fire, fill it up. Grab a lighter, burn it up, play this shit to turn it up. Sativa in the morning, for the nighttime I'm on in the cut. They say you only get one life, my nigga better live it up. Grab that witch, take out the gas, grab some fire, fill it up. Grab a lighter, burn it up, play this shit to turn it up. Sativa in the morning, for the nighttime I'm on in the cut. That boy try to take my shit, made this bitch look like she from India. Last night, had on all my new shit, killin' her. Try to play her home, but new shit, dog, I won't feelin' her. Phone blowing hot soon as the harvest drop. I ain't trimming it off the branch yet, them folk ready to shop. Only nigga in America that got what I got. We ain't doing no negotiating, pay this shit or not. And I'm screaming, fuck them pretty packs, it's cool, but that shit chop. My little brother come through once a week, try buy everything I got. And he come right back to come and get more. We been having this shit, boy, it's all on the floor. Want it organic to come and see more. If it's anything else, I don't know what they told you. Thinking that dirt out there been rolling. She got her hands on my ball like a goalie. Pull up an ad, bro, it up, he was trolling. Cuz said that nigga was faking, he stolen. Told him to chill, but everybody dough, then let him for live, that boy be on go. I left a pack and I'm back on the road. I'm trying to put in my shit on the globe. Sativa in the morning, for the nighttime I'm on in the cut. They say you only get one life, my nigga better live it up. Grab that witch, take out the gas, grab some fire, fill it up. Grab a lighter, burn it up, play this shit to turn it up. Sativa in the morning, for the nighttime I'm on in the cut. They say you only get one life, my nigga better live it up. Grab that witch, take out the gas, grab some fire, fill it up. Grab a lighter, burn it up, play this shit to turn it up. Come through. No, we gotta. Hey, day 9, ain't it? I'm 10 days in. We just about 10 days in on this mofo, man. And I actually got one of these motherfucking live streams to go big that went in vertical mode. You know what I'm saying? We was, Shador Sanders, that video, that stream got a whole lot of love. So, hey, what we motivate, hey, that's motivation. All I had to do was see it one time. You know what I mean? All I had to do was see it one time, boy. Your boy like, hey, I'm gonna shoot him for real. You just got, sometimes, you know what I mean, when you hoop, you know what I mean, you just got to see the ball go in the hole one time. As long as, hey, that's all I got to do. Just know I can hit that bitch one time. We good, bro. We good. We gonna rock and roll, man. Definitely got a 5-stream lined up for the night. You know what I mean? Got some crazy ass pod wars going on. Joe Budden and Hoffa. Smoke going on over there. Hey, we're gonna check that out. And Camron responded to Ye too as well. You know, Kanye West went on this rant calling everybody, pussy ass faggot, that pussy ass faggot, that pussy ass faggot, that pussy ass faggot. Kanye went crazy, snapped on everybody, and you know what I mean? Camron gave his response to that. And right before I started the stream, I seen this right here, really bad news for Lil Durk. You know, the feds got Durk. That man locked up right now fighting for his freedom. And I heard something, like I was seeing videos popping up earlier in the week. Well, later last week, he was saying Durk might come home, he might be free. And all that, I'm like, shit, that's what's up. But now we got this video. And that is bad news. Let's see what the hell going on?
Heavy vehicle technicians are essential and in
Then we'll
demand.
get into
So
the
why
pod
exactly
war.
are we grouping the struggles of criminals? More bad news for Lil Durk. These recent updates in his murder for hire.
Hey, sick 'em dog, what it do, boy? Goddamn big dog got that bitch right. Goddamn. Hound dog, nigga. You know, that's how them hound dogs holler, boy. If you ain't country, you don't know nothing about them hound dogs, nigga. Old blue ticks. Motherfucker be hollering, fool. But hell nah, let's get to it.
Hire case aren't going how he expected them to go. Durk was under the assumption that the federal government has a desire for the truth. He was under the assumption if I show them I'm innocent, if I show them proof that the things that they used to indict me they were wrong about, they would dismiss my case, let me go, or at the very least, they will certainly give me a bond as I fight this case from the outside and wait for them to figure out how they were completely wrong about a lot of this. Today, Lil Durk has finally came to the conclusion that the feds ain't going out like that, bro, and that justice may be the furthest thing from the feds' mind. They want you in jail, bro, and they're gonna get you in jail regardless of how they're going to do it, right? If they have to break a couple laws, violate your freedom, violate your constitutional rights to do so, they're going to do so, bro. It's the feds. They can do whatever they want. In a response to learning the feds ain't really interested in justice, Lil Durk will post a video, which is a call to action, where he's calling out the feds for violating his constitutional right and asking for the feds to support him in these trying times. Lil Durk will claim the feds provided false information to a grand jury to indict him. He believes this not only violates his rights, but it violates the justice system. Durk will also claim that his music is what he used to express his pain and it shouldn't be used against him. And he'll also say that he won't stay silent and he's fighting for Black artists and their creativity. While
my whole thing with this, right? I'm gonna tell you what's confusing as hell to me. I'm gonna tell you what's extremely confusing. Why the feds don't never go after the record labels, bro? When the feds do they sweep, they take down the whole clique, nigga. They take down the hair braider, the nigga that fixed the Kool-Aid, bro, the tour manager, the motherfucker who's selling tickets, t-shirts, your mama, your uncle, everybody too. They lock up everybody except for the man who cut them checks. They lock up everybody except for the people who give the platform for all the madness and mayhem that they so-called claim is hurting society and hurting America, bro. Why do they never go for the record labels? Ain't no way in the hell these artists would have the attention, would have the platform, would have the finances, or would even be thought about, would be relevant enough to get all this attention without the record labels, bro. It's like going on DaveyMcFlyy interviews and shit. Like, motherfucker going there thinking they finna get 1 million views, then next thing you know, you got your Fed case. Same thing with the record label. Motherfucker go sign these record deals, thinking they finna change their life, change their mama life. Then next thing you know, you got a Fed case. To me, it's starting to look like you should probably stay independent, man. Like, all these street dudes, the street cats, like the ones who want to live their raps, y'all probably need to stay independent. Y'all probably need to stop signing record deals and say that for the J. Coles and the Kendricks and the, you know what I'm saying, the conscious rappers with substance and shit. You niggas who talking about the shit that y'all did last night, y'all need to stay underground. Cause I don't know. I see what the hell going on. The feds ain't coming up and lock up the record labels, the nigga that put you on and gave you the platform to tell on yourself. No, they not locking them up. They're locking your stupid ass up, G. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just an observation. I be me in the building. What do they do? I don't think it's a good idea to sign the record labels nowadays, especially if you live in what you rap about. Mainly if you... definitely if you live in the shit that you rap about, you probably shouldn't sign no deal, bro.
Also asking for the public to stand by him and for the culture to stand by him as he fights this. Ends it with Free Durk. One of my pet peeves is when one of these rappers get locked up and jammed up for, let's say, a murder, and the feds are using their lyrics. The fact that they're trying to co-opt this into a movement for the culture, I hate it. It's not a movement for the culture. The majority of people in the culture don't do crimes and don't kill people for sure. And if we're talking about this is an attack on Black creativity, no, it's not, bro. Yo, people like Cordae, J. Cole, Kendrick, who else, bro? Even Drake. Well, no, Drake is a different story, but there's a lot of rappers out here, well, the majority of rappers out here who don't rap about killing people. So why exactly are we grouping the struggles of criminals into the struggles of hip hop? This is not a hip hop thing, right? If you don't want your lyrics to be used against you, don't kill people. And I'm not talking about Lil Durk, I'm talking about in general. Don't kill people and then put it on a rap song.
Especially if you got a record deal.
Don't commit crimes and then put it on a rap song. Don't rap about something preemptively and then go ahead and do it.
Yeah. That's a better idea. How about let's leave that shit in the street. Don't even bring it to the booth. I like that idea better.
That's how you avoid your lyrics being used against you. The feds used a lot of Lil Durk lyrics and referenced a lot of his songs to indict him. Now, it's unclear if the feds didn't have a resident hip-hop head within their department, but they made a lot of mistakes. Some mistakes that can't be forgiven. And Lil Durk believed that these mistakes are big enough to where his case should be dismissed, or at least he should get bond. And these mistakes were the focal point at Lil Durk's recent bond request. The actual bond package in terms of the money that's being put up, the properties that's being put up, the house arrest conditions, nothing has changed. It's the exact same bond package that got denied the first time. Durk is just saying new information has came out to show the feds made a lot of mistakes and I shouldn't have even been indicted in the first place. So this right here shows that I should be granted bond as y'all figure out these errors. So Lil Durk is back in court. Now, one of the first mistakes that Lil Durk and his team is pointing out, they're pointing out the fact the feds have been referencing, or they played a snippet in front of the grand jury to indict Lil Durk. And the snippet they played is the snippet going around where Lil Durk is rapping. And then in the rap, you hear Quando Rondo screaming, no, no. Now, when Quando Rondo was screaming, no, no, that was actually Quando Rondo screaming no at the crime scene, at the murder they're claiming that Lil Durk is responsible for.
That was stupid. I'm sorry, that was stupid. When I heard this shit, when I heard it in a song and I pieced together like, oh. When I pieced together what was happening, I was like, oh, this ain't gonna be good. It's probably like the hardest shit I done ever heard. Probably some of the most disrespectful shit I done ever heard ever, but I think this is gonna be good.
Got an Addy, go. Got location, go.
The feds claim Lil Durk is rapping about the actual murder and detailing how it happened. We got the location, I told them go. We got the Addy, I told them go. And when he told them go, they went on a move to get Quando Rondo.
Look on the news and see your son, you screaming no, no.
And the feds played this in front of the grand jury and said, come on. Bro, he confessed. Give us an indictment. So the grand jury gave him an indictment. But here's the thing. The snippet that they are referencing and they played where they claim that Lil Durk put audio of Quando Rondo screaming no, no at the crime scene. Well, that audio was fan edited. That was not a part of the song. Lil Durk didn't put Quando Rondo's voice in the song. When you heard no, that was a fan edit that the feds used in front of a grand jury to indict Lil Durk. And Durk is saying, this is a huge mistake. This is not something that can be ignored. I need to be let go.
Whoa. So the feds in there playing YouTube shorts. The feds in the courthouse playing YouTube shorts. Nigga, anybody could have made that shit. I could have made that shit. Y'all could have made that shit. And they're just playing random ass YouTube shorts. This man, dang. That's foul. That's dirty.
Feds in response told Lil Durk, man, cut the effery, bro. The feds was like, listen, bro. Defendant now seeks reconsideration of that order, which is to keep him in detention. But defendant's application fails to address any facts the court relied on when it made its flight risk and danger findings, and fails to present information that was not known to defendant at the time of the hearing and that has a material hearing on his dangerousness and flight. Instead, he offers essentially the same bond package the court already rejected and seeks to relitigate a material issue about when certain of his violent rap lyrics were written. Indeed, the crux of defendant's application is that he did write lyrics about greenlighting someone's murder, just that it wasn't this murder. The feds play a dirty game, man. All of a sudden, the very same material they used to indict him is no longer relevant enough. Judge, yeah, we may have gotten some details wrong, but he's still a flight risk and he's still a danger to society. And this is what you should use to not grant him any bond, not this other stuff he's trying to like muddy up the water with. Judge, he still wrote the lyrics about greenlighting somebody's murder. He's just saying it's not for this murder. This still proves he's a danger to society. He's greenlighting murders. The feds play a dirty game, bro. This is what they do, yo. Right? They'll put a lot of stuff in here hoping you don't catch it, but when you do catch it, they downplay it and say, bro, we can just correct the judge or do a cross-examination on it. This is some dirty stuff. Now, they're saying, listen, Your Honor, it's the exact same bond package. How can you reconsider this when you already rejected it? I mean, now, during the first bond hearing, they are right. When they say, bruh, a lot of things that he's bringing up right now, he already brought it up in the first bond hearing. Yeah, true, but Durk and them was not aware that the fan edit was played to the grand jury. They were aware of, though. The fans was trying to use rap lyrics that were written before Quando Rondo's murder to say that Durk wrote this after the murder.
Lil Durk was denied a bond today in California federal court, murder for hire charge, where he's facing life in prison. Trial is scheduled to start in January. It went a lot better than that sounds. His attorney, Drew Finling, did a tremendous job diffusing several of the arguments that were making Durk look crazy. The government has these rap lyrics that they cite in the indictment, and they say, look, he's bragging about how Quando Rondo was on the news yelling, no, no. Drew Finling came in, and the government got a little shook up when he hit him with this. He hit him with a declaration from the music producer that said that that song was recorded months before that news story of Quando Rondo Rondo saying no ever happened. And so there's timestamps in this declaration from this producer showing the night those lyrics were recorded way before Quando was ever saying no. The government was reeling when that broke in court.
The feds will claim that Lil Durk filed a motion to dismiss the FSI based on false and or misleading grand jury evidence related to the paragraph 6. The professor claimed that this motion lacks merit and it would be addressed. And they would also say that
if he made the song before that shit happened, that's crazy. They're trying to fuck Dirt over for real. They really trying to get that man, especially like if those files check out and he actually recorded that song before it happened. They need to go find a different song. That one ain't it. Dang.
Consistency and timing of the lyrics has some relevance according to the court, but it's marginal, citing that the timing of defendant's lyrics and whether or not he commercializes violence through rap, which they believe he did, has little to no bearing on the detention analysis before the court. The issue here is a narrow one, according to them. Has defendant presented new information not known to him in December 2024 that has material bearing on whether he should be detained pending trial? They claim the answer is no. This is so messed up. The fact that they can outright admit, yeah, we lied to get a grand jury indictment. We brought lyrics and we brought songs and we brought edits. You know, that yeah, we were wrong about it, but still, even though we use this to get the indictment, there's still a bunch of other stuff we got, Judge. This should not be, what you used to throw this case out, bro. We could just change it and edit it. These folks did Lil Durk so bad, bro, that they ain't just played the audio that was edited. They played the exact video I just showed y'all where the fan edited Quando Rondo screaming on the screen. They showed that to the grand jury, claiming that this was the original Lil Durk video. So again, according to them, videos which overlaid the news clips of SR's death on top of defendant's songs, including lyrics about green light and a murder, were made by defendant's fans, some of which have millions of views, not defendant. But they just gloss over that. Like, yeah, okay, bro, we admit Lil Durk ain't do it, his fans did it, but still. But defendant's claim about the timing of his rap lyrics and the fan-made videos is neither new, nor does it have a material hearing on the court's detention analysis. Tellingly, defendant's application does not even reference the court's analysis on him being a danger to society or him being a flight risk. It does not explain how defendant lyrics or fan-made videos undermine the inference that defendant, who has a considerable resources, attempted to leave the United States upon learning of the arrest of his co-conspirators. The thing with that is, Lil Durk attempted to leave the United States, but he didn't book multiple flights, and Lil Durk was not aware that there was a warrant out for his arrest. Y'all arrested the co-conspirators, and y'all was hoping that y'all will be able to have time at least another 2, 3, 4, 5 months to really pin this case on Lil Durk. But when y'all realized he was trying to leave the country, that's when y'all put an emergency warrant out to get him. So there was not like a warrant out for his arrest before he was trying to leave the country. So what did he do wrong, right? Like, how is there evidence that Lil Durk is going to flee when Lil Durk had every right to leave the country? He had every right to hop on a plane and go if there wasn't a warrant out for his arrest. Y'all found out there was a warrant, or no, y'all got the warrant after y'all found out that he bought an international plane ticket. So I don't understand that. Now, these people is so janky, right? That they're not bringing out the big guns. They're saying, okay, Judge, the lyrics were foul, we were wrong. But now they're saying that Lil Durk allegedly put hits on other people. Now, and here's what is really scummy about this. Lil Durk has not been charged for putting hits on other people. Lil Durk has not been officially charged. There's not an official investigation that we know of. But they're telling the judge, Lil Durk is believed to have hits out on other people or have put hits out on other people, specifically in relation to his brother D-Thing's murder. So if we let Lil Durk out now, what's to say that this man who's been putting hits out on people won't just get the witnesses clapped? They will say the court also relied on evidence that this was not defendant's first murder for hire plot, noting that which is, by the way, it's a sealed thing, so we don't know what is going on. Looks like Lil Durk may have some more trouble going on if they're referencing like more murder for hire plots in his brother's murder or revenge for his brother, and they're sealed currently. So they go in a separate matter in Chicago. Defendant is alleged to have engaged in similar conduct. That is, he offered money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any Gangster disciple that is killed. As a result, the court found that the material proffered by the government supports the conclusion that the defendant uses his money, influence, and power to endanger individuals whom he perceives as a threat. They're saying that, yeah, Lil Durk got us on the lyrics, but Lil Durk has not addressed any of the other things in terms of he's a danger to society, he's a flight risk, etc., etc. I'm sure Drew Flinlin is like the greatest lawyer in like American history. I'm sure he's going to address it, but right now I feel like he's just sticking to the point of this case should be dismissed. They presented information to the grand jury that was completely false. They tainted the grand jury. This case should, one, at the very least, have a mistrial. Two, dismiss with prejudice, okay? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Y'all think Lil Durk is getting the short end of the stick, man? Let me know, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here on my screen to find out how this rapper came on No Jumper and self-incriminated and snitched on himself days after being released from prison.
I kind of want to see that video. See, we got to get into these pod wars, dog. I want to see what Joe and Math hitting about. Bolo, what it do, boy?
There's no more.
Joe Budden calls and roasts Math Hoffa live on air for getting kicked out of his studio.
The streets is saying that it's over. There's no more my expert opinion. Then there's you, but have gotten froggy in the past few years in terms of, you know, just having over people that smelled oppie to me, asking them questions that I didn't love all the way.
Yo, stay out them hallways, man.
Yeah, on the last episode of the Joe Budden podcast, Joe took issue with Math and killed him for how he was, you know, kicked out of his studio, and it revealed the underlying tension between the two men who have built prominent platforms in urban media. Now, the source of their tension was Joel and
Wait. I ain't know them niggas had smoke. I ain't know they had smoke.
Crooked Eye, Saigon, Vlad, Hurricane Chris, D1, and Ransom all being guests on Math Hoffa's channel and taking shots at Joe. And Joe was just basically saying, hey, man, you have a propensity of interviewing people I have issues with, starting with Joel and Crooked Eye. Remember, they separated from Slaughterhouse, did the Fall of Slaughterhouse album, and that was a big deal because they were taking shots at Royce and Joe Budden. Then there was Saigon. Remember, Saigon and Joe Budden got into a famous rap beef. Well, not a famous rap beef. I'm bugging out. New York brain there taking over. But a rap beef where Saigon would diss Joe Budden's child at the time. And in this interview he did with Math Hoffa, he would talk about how he made Joe Budden's son cry. And, you know, that's actually family. And I think people felt as if that was crossing the line because, you know, you don't play with family. Then he also had Vlad on the show. And I think Vlad issued some type of warning to Joe about how he has security. And if Joe really want to take it there, it's going to lead to some serious issues because his security shoots first and asks question later. So that was another one where something could have escalated into a serious thing because of that's kind of a threat by Vlad. But then again, Joe Budden at the time was talking about how he was going to beat up Vlad and slap Vlad. And then they met in person and everything was fine. Then there was Hurricane Chris. This was a more benign interview that was done on Math Hoffa's platform, and he was just calling out Joe Budden. They really don't have any tension. It wasn't as serious as the Saigon, Vlad, and Joel and Crooked Eye interviews, but it was just another example. Just like D1, remember when D1 and Joe Budden were going back and forth? And then there was the Ransom interview on Math Hoffa's channel where I think they talked about if Joe snitched, which was broaching into crazy territory as well. So you can see Math has a history of just interviewing a lot of people that Joe has crossed paths with, but this isn't anything quite novel. Adam22 has done the same thing. Vlad has done the same thing. And I think Math is emulating those platforms. And at the end of the day, you know, Math has to do what's best for his channel, and what's best for his channel is talking about Joe in terms of SEO, search engine optimization, which means you make content about the things people search for. And Joe Budden, as a result of him talking about other people, is one of the most searched people on, not one of the most, but, you know, his name gets searched a lot. Like, Joe talks a lot about Drake.
Every great journey begins with a giant step. At Richard Bland College, that step can...
Joe talks a lot about Hove, and those types of commentaries he's done has made him a searchable name. And he's also a great entertainer and crashing out a lot. So that's why all of the people I mentioned, Vlad, Math, and Adam, do a lot of content about him because it works. People care about that subject. And further on into this phone call that Joe did live on air.
Man, I ain't crashed out in a minute. I ain't gonna get rusty. I'm gonna have to find me some. No, I'm playing. I'm about to say, I'm gonna find me somebody to cuss they motherfucking ass out. I'm gonna find me somebody and cuss them smooth out. and go right back to business. But no. I ain't crashed out in a minute, man. I've been doing good, bro.
They just start kind of roasting each other. You know, Joe's making fun of Math for recording with the lights off in his studio, and then Math says a funny joke about, hey, stay out of hallways. And then Math and Joe end with a kind of peaceful moment. Joe saying that he wants Math to succeed, but if he doesn't, he's going to make fun of him viciously. Now, when the call ends, Flip and Joe kind of get into it, and Flip is like, yo, don't ever do something like that to me. Basically, Flip is saying, yo, don't ever try to embarrass me on air after a moment where it looks like I'm falling off or something is going terribly bad for me. It just goes to show you Flip does not like dissing anybody who's his friend, and he stays quiet throughout the whole phone call. And I wonder if Flip and Math had a conversation. Sometimes I even wonder about Flip and Math's dynamic. How friendly are they?
I forgot it is playoff time. I'm gonna tap in some of these videos.
Are they really that cool? You know, Flip had that history with Math where Math took Space and I think his current girl from the Flip the Network show. You know, that's one thing that happens a lot in New York City and a lot of places. Well, New York City is where a lot of content gets made. A lot of folks switch crews. So you see Space, he goes to Math after leaving Flip. Then he goes to Esso and Heineken and, you know, starts another channel. Same thing with the West Coast, Adam 22. He's had people who's joined his channel and then they get together and leave him and they join together and then the cycle repeats. So it's just a lot of click hopping in content creation. And it's not really click hopping because, you know, this isn't the streets. This is more like jobs. You should be able to leave from job to job. But it's just a cycle. And along the way, a lot of people develop hurt feelings. They feel as if they were used and mistreated because they put someone on. And then people don't feel like they're properly compensated. In the case of Space, who said that Math paid him $100 a month or something like that. But that's just something I want to point out is that a lot of the folks in urban media have cycled around, and that's led to a lot of tension, a lot of people talking about each other behind their back, people knowing about certain situations. And I think that's
It sound like that nigga Math wasn't trying to pay niggas.
What's at the core of Math and Joe, Flip and Math, and New York City content creation politics. But let me know what you think about the dynamic between Math and Joe. I know Maul said that Math and Joe aren't really close, even hinting that Joe thought Math was a cornball behind the scenes until Math blew up. Prior to, you know, Math having my expert opinion, I remember Joe joking about Math, but not in any serious way, just lighthearted ways. And then my expert opinion blows up, and, you know, it's one of the bigger platforms. Never got to the level of a Joe Budden podcast or $1 million worth of game, but it was on its way. It was appointment viewing for a little bit, but then the Esso and Heineken fallout happens. And
I used to watch My Expert Opinion. I used to fuck with My Expert Opinion until he motherfucking flagged one of my videos, and I was like, fuck that shit. I ain't watching no more. I'll watch something. And you flag me, bitch, I ain't watching no more. Unless it's Joe. Unless it was Joe. Joe the only, I had stopped watching Joe for about a year though. Caved in and started watching him. Salute to Joe though. You know what I'm saying? I just know not to react to his shit no more. Well, I know how to now. Can't do it live. I gotta upload videos and speed up the video and the audio. That's how you do it. But hell yeah. I ain't watching My Expert Opinion in a minute.
And it's been struggling ever since to get back to the prominence it once had. All right, y'all, that's my video on this kind of weird exchange that it was kind of, you know, laughing hard, but a lot of hates between the grinning. I don't know how people do it. I know people say it's like a cultural thing, like, oh, people just relate like this. This is how people, you know, have conversations. And I'm like, I don't know. There seems to be a lot of hate. As Beanie Siegel would say, your handshake ain't matching your smile. All right, y'all. Follow me on Instagram.
That's the hardest Beanie Siegel line ever of all time. I always like it. Handshake ain't matching your smile.
The Stop TV. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV.
That's a goddamn, you need to be sneak. That's a sneak hater. You know what I mean?
This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.
Okay. See what's going on.
YouTube.
I guess, hold on. Math, I guess Math responded to this shit. I wanted to get it in order because I felt like it was going to be some more to the story.
You know what to do, Chick.
Look at Chick Smooth. Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Hey, man, what the heck is going on with these podcasts these days? First, it was Adam22 announcing that No Jumper was going broke, which, by the way, Adam, nobody believed that story. We all know that was a cover-up story to get more memberships on your channel. Now, shortly after Adam made that announcement, Math Hoffa felt inspired and wanted to let everybody know what was going on with the barbershop. If you guys watch My Expert Opinion podcast with Math Hoffa, his last episode was over a month ago, so Math wanted to let people know what was happening. Math said him and the landlord were not seeing eye to eye. Apparently, he was trying to stick Math Hoffa with a light bill for about 7 bands, which he felt like did not make sense because he was not at the shop during the day. Math also claimed the landlord accused him of selling drugs. Now, a lot of fans got in the comments and started calling him broke, saying, yo, 7K should be nothing to you, especially when there's rumors you signed a crazy podcast deal for about 2 M's. And on top of that, you were still making YouTube money from the videos as well. Now, this immediately backfired on Math Hoffa because everybody was clowning him. Nobody was on his side. Nobody was trying to sympathize with him. People said this is what happens when you do wrong by your co-host. Now, me personally, I don't believe in breaking the fourth wall with your audience. If things are going wrong, you gotta deal with that behind the scenes. The audience really only cares about the content that you're putting out. Everybody has good days, everybody has bad days. When people come to your platform, they want to see interviews. And it's also tough to try to gain sympathy when fans have kind of watched you flaws throughout the years. We've all seen Math Hoffa come in wearing some crazy fur coat that we know cost at least 20 bands. Joe Budden spoke on it on his podcast, and of course, he had a couple jokes, and rightfully so. When Joe was going through his issues with Rorian Mall, and the podcast was in jeopardy of being over, Math definitely had a couple jokes for him back then. Here's what Joe said.
Did you see the video he made?
I did see the video. He went in the barbershop with the lights out and the flashlight and put the flashlight under his shit, and it was the light, and he was telling his story like the boogeyman?
Yeah, I saw that. He was telling us why he would no longer be doing it at that particular shop, but he is looking to do it at other shops.
For me, I'm talking about me and indicators and things that I use as signs and ways to identify when I need to get the fuck away from people in the world.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And one of those signs for me is when there's always a story. When you niggas see me at the bar for 10 years and every time I see you, it's a story about something going on in your life that involves a lot of words, I leave you in judge. I don't give a fuck if my cast is quiet right now. I don't care. So Math is that for me. When he lost SO and them niggas, I ain't say nothing. But he did. And it was a lot of words. I wasn't that invested. And then my man, the supreme Muslim nigga.
You talking about
super Muslim. What's
Bigger.
my man? You know my name, Bigger.
Bigger.
Shout out to Bigger. Was about to try to fight Smith and Wesson. I said, holy shit. I said, holy shit. Yo, Math show is goated. He about to fight Smith and
Joe is hard, bro. Joe got problems, man.
Wesson. I almost had to fight one of them niggas in Cincy. I told y'all.
Nah.
Yeah. That's my man. No, shout out to him now. I didn't say nothing in either, but he did, and it was a lot of work. And then Champ left. Y'all live cool?
I don't know nothing about the show.
And then Champ left.
Don't put that camera on me. I'll fuck you up.
And it was a lot of words.
Okay. Let's get to the
Mecca came. I could drag this forever. I could do a whole body. I tell you, we do a picture. Because y'all make it sound like y'all on the edge of your seat. Look, you about to fall again. Gravity again. Math is our man. We support him. But that old lease, yo, I subleased the lease. And they talking about running a commercial business. Podcasters, black podcasters. I just fought over that term too. Let's get familiar with a commercial business and what it means in the eyes of the law.
Yeah, yes.
You seeing podcasters battle with the space they record, i.e. Adam, there's Math, there's me, there's niggas. It ain't cheap, it ain't free. Some of you niggas, I'm not talking about Math anymore, have skedaddled on the expenses. See how we pocket watch up here? We do that because shit is paid. I'm saying something, I forget it. All right, that's how you got sleepers. Come on. All right, never mind. I got to sleep.
That's your bag.
I got to sleep.
That's how you segue out of shit. Yo, the expenses. Like, come on, stop it, bro.
I mean, I'm done.
We know the expenses is high, but what you make is higher, nigga. Just chill. These niggas not in a position like you.
Say something else. I'll blast your head off that fucking seat.
We know the expenses is high, and what you make is higher. These niggas are not like you. Repeat it again. You make more.
It's a trick in there.
It's no trick. You invest in the product, so you invest in the product, but you also, with that investment comes rewards.
Mav, call me, man. I know some niggas selling a generator.
Yo, what the fuck? Come on, yo.
Hey, you podcast? All right. The big shit, too. She got like 1,000 watts. Some wattage.
Well, today on a new Patreon episode, Math Hoffa called Joe and he was not happy about his jokes. Math felt like due to the nature of their relationship, Joe might have crossed the line a little bit. Here's what he said.
Yo.
Mr. Budden.
Yo. I'm on air, so don't say nothing crazy. We got one of my former favorite podcast hosts on the phone, Math Hoffa.
I said former.
The streets is saying that it's over. It's no more my expert opinion, and that was one of my favorite shows.
Is there any type of lines that you don't cross in this media space?
Me or in general?
You.
Hell no.
Yes. Yes. Of course. I don't play certain types of ways with the niggas I love and fuck with and appreciate and have reciprocity with. I don't play games with niggas like that. I don't do that. I'm against that. It's against everything I stand for. It's against my character. It's not in my wheelhouse. It's not in my moral compass. But then there's niggas like you, who I love, but have gotten froggy in the past few years in terms of, just having over people that smelled oppie to me, asking them questions that I didn't love all the way. You remember all those times I text you and said, I see you?
It smelled oppie? Who are you talking to?
It don't matter. But remember all those times when you was doing your pod with niggas I hate, and I would hit you to say, hey, no harm, no foul? Do you remember that?
If the nigga been on your show before, you don't hate him. Stop it. Stop it.
Well, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I can take a guess.
You might guess wrong. Okay, I'm just saying, once people I love show me that they are down to play a certain way, I go to Chuck E. Cheese. I love playing. Playing is my favorite thing to do. You can't play and then get your fucking lights cut out, nigga. Are you crazy, man?
You thought I was playing?
I'm saying the story can't end like that. You had to know that somebody was gonna say, hey man, when you cut that flashlight on, you knew that the next time I got in front of a mic, I had to say something, no?
Well, it's all content, isn't it?
Not if you stop filming.
If you guys want to listen to the full call, make sure you guys go to Joe Budden's Patreon. But looks like Matt Hoffa is not giving up, and I gotta give him props for it. He's finally taking people's advice and
Joe shitted on that nigga. Joe shitted on that nigga, man. He knows somebody who's selling a generator, bro. You gotta shake back, man.
running with it. People told him, bro,
Fight back, man. You gotta shake back, bro.
you really don't need the barbershop to do your interviews. But if the overhead is way too much, you gotta move. Matt Hoffa released a brand new interview yesterday with BG, and for the first time, it was not in the barbershop. Looks like this interview was done in the studio, and it was just with Matt alone. So looks like this might be the new way Matt is going to conduct interviews, at least until the whole barbershop situation is resolved. Sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics and keep it simple. Some people felt like there was too many voices on the podcast. It was too many people chiming in with opinions that don't really matter. So this is Matt Hoffa's new way of trying something new and seeing if people are gonna rock with it. As far as the barbershop, to be honest with you guys, I would not be surprised if we don't see Matt Hoffa go back there ever again.
Barbershop was cool because it was like, it emulated actual barbershop. One thing that's cool about going to the barbershop. That's what made the show cool. I mean, he could switch format it. I hope it's successful. I don't wish bad for nobody. Hell, I get I'm on a 30-day bender. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope this shit work out for him. I know the shop would. They emulated at the barbershop.
His former co-host Bigger came out and said, yo, people were coming through and firing shots at the barbershop. That's the real issue, not the lights.
The landlord got you out of there because niggas is coming in front of your store busting shots.
Oh shit.
Math Hoffa. Y'all want to know the truth?
That's the truth.
There go the truth.
He ain't racist.
Ain't no landlord racist. Ain't nobody keeping you there. You got niggas coming to the shop. Wow.
Very, very scary situation if that is true. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Math Hoffa confronting Joe for the jokes he was making about him? And also, do you guys like the new interview with no co-host? Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Bye. Oh yeah, before we get up out of here, Camron responded to. I know this gonna be overly sarcastic.
Fresh kicks,
I know he's gonna say
cutting
something
edge
bad.
fashion, the hottest launch drops. Find your fit.
What you got going on?
No, what's up with your son, man? He's still your son, that's my nephew. You know, if that's your son, that's my nephew now. Get your son under control, man. What we doing with him? Is he disowned, or are you gonna have a talk with him?
I might have a talk with him. I might have a talk with him.
All right, so we not disowning him.
Nah, I'm not just yet. Not just yet.
All right.
I'm gonna fly to California tomorrow, man.
All right.
See where he's at, man. Because we gotta talk, man. I don't like what I'm hearing.
All right, nah, that's all good.
You hear what he said about you?
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you.
Yo, Mace is the worst instigator ever. Every time I react to Cam and Mace, it always start with, "Yo, killer, you heard what he said about you, son? Yo, you heard what he said?" It always start like that. Then Cam snap the fuck out, bro. Mace be gassing Cam up to crash out. I mean, Cam will do it anyway, but Mace don't help at all, bro. He's the worst instigator ever. He always, "You heard what he said about you?" Then laugh hard as shit. It's gonna be all bad. All right, bro.
I don't usually talk to niggas who suck dick. Once they suck dick, I don't go back. I don't go back and forth once you admit you suck dick. That's just me. That's what I'm trying.
That part ain't my son.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are we doing?
I don't know, bro. That nigga Kanye, bro.
Hey, you a freak, bro. You a freak, bro.
That's what I'm asking. Cause if you giving him a pass,
I can't give him no pass.
I'm not going back and forth.
Yeah. I didn't hear all that, but
we talked about it last week.
Yeah, I gotta walk away.
Yeah, like that's what the whole thing was about. I was just like, I know how you stand on business. I didn't know if we had, it was what's it called? The intervention. If you was gonna have an
I was trying to have the intervention, but I can't stand.
All right. It might have been a phase.
So what Cam is saying, his whole phase is up. He can have his whole phase deleted.
Listen,
that's what Drea said.
No, you could delete being a hoe. What Drea said.
Bruh.
But Dre ain't a man who sucked dick. That's what I'm saying. Listen, if you like it, I love it.
Nah. I can't. You don't say that there. That's not when he likes it. Don't say that there. Fuck nah.
I'm following your lead on this. So that's
okay.
This is uncharted territory. These are conversations we never had in hip hop. This is uncharted territory. Please forgive me for all my response.
Makes it look like he uncomfortable. This is the first time I ever seen that man look this uncomfortable, bro. That shit crazy. Kind of make it like just a little bit, like me. Like me.
I don't know what to say on this. I gotta pray.
Oh man! All right.
Well, real quick, just for context, can I read what he said? Because the audience is probably like, "But what did he say?"
Yeah.
Because I want you guys' reaction. So, Ye, in a deleted tweet, he said, "How Cam say I'm doing anything bad for Chicago? Chicago loves me. I love Cam. It's niggas like you that had me shook to release the song, but I ain't scared of y'all type of niggas. And thank you for making Dipset. You're a god. And fuck you, by the way. And I got on my $2 million Dipset belt as I tweet."
Yeah, that's why I asked him. Like, because you know I usually handle stuff like this. This is why I'm asking you. Was this still your son? Because it's my nephew. That's why I'm asking you. What are we doing with this? Do we leave it alone? I'm going to leave it alone until Mace tells me what I have to do with this. That's all I can say, man. I'm leaving it alone, man.
Here. Okay, so let's start with the Knicks. So,
hell nah. Hey, what can you say, dog? That man on some other shit. That video about that rap who it's on right after he got out of jail. Yeah. And then ain't they going to pick up left and right from no jumper? And crazy.
Released from prison not 48 hours before he came on a podcast to self-incriminate himself. Go Yayo is a Texas rapper, and he's also best friends with Lil Ronnie. While he was in jail, Lil Ronnie, as we all know, got shot and killed at the car wash. His daughter was also shot and killed.
An arrest warrant reveals new information about what happened the day a Fort Worth rapper and his young daughter were killed at a car wash. Candace Sweat has been combing through the details and joins us from the newsroom. Candace.
Brian, yeah, surveillance cameras at the car wash helps detectives piece together the series of events on the morning of the shooting. It's all laid out in detail in those arrest documents. As a memorial grew for Ronnie Sibley and his 5-year-old daughter Armani, detectives were busy behind the scenes combing through evidence. Since then, 2 suspects have been arrested in the case, 24-year-old Adonis Robinson and 21-year-old Jacoby Russell. In the arrest warrant obtained by NBC5, detectives say surveillance footage shows the suspects arriving at Slappy's car wash in Forest Hills the morning of March 3rd. Sibley was parked there, vacuuming the inside of his car with his daughter in the passenger seat. The affidavit says the 2 suspects rounded the corner of the building and both immediately opened fire, firing multiple shots in the direction of the Dodge Challenger. Ronnie Sibley attempted to flee, but was chased by the suspects who continued to fire in his direction. Police say the shooters were armed with an assault-style rifle and more than 1 handgun. First responders arrived and attempted life-saving measures, but Sibley and his young daughter, found still in the passenger seat, were pronounced dead.
And because he's one of the closest to Lil Ronnie, ever since he's been home, he's been getting a lot of requests to come and do media and come and do interviews. And he's accepting all requests to do interviews, bro. He's been on every major platform, Vlad TV, Say Cheese, No Jumper, et cetera, et cetera. He's been on every major hip-hop media platform. Now, these platforms are not inviting Go Yayo on to come and talk about music, to come and talk about what's the next project, what's the next single. No, they're inviting Go Yayo on because the people got a lot of questions and they want to hear Go Yayo's opinion on his homie Lil Ronnie passing away.
So what was some shit that you seen going on in jail? Did you have any fights with the Mexicans? Or? Man,
yeah. What the folks want to hear and he was a willing participant and knew full well what the people wanted to hear, and he wanted to give it to them. Now, I would say if you are in an active gang war with a rival hood who just took your brother, who just slid on the closest person to you, and you have plans on retaliation, you probably don't want to go on podcasts and talk about it. You probably want to keep it hush and leave it in the streets. But hey, I'm a square. What do I know? One thing I noticed in these interviews is how remorseful Go Yayo feels. He feels like it's his fault. Because when you look at how they did Lil Ronnie, pulling up on him and his daughter and not giving no passes, chasing him around the car wash and standing over him and making sure he's dead before you leave, even though you know there's cameras around, you do that to somebody who you really got some stain with, who has done something so personal to you that you can't give no passes, even if they with their daughters. But Go Yayo will say, yo, Lil Ronnie wasn't the street dude. Lil Ronnie was a father. Lil Ronnie was a dude who got money and F with a lot of people. People did that to him. They treated him like he was a personal op, because of my actions, because people hate me, because of what I've done. And Lil Ronnie being my brother and standing next to me, they automatically associate my actions with him.
My brother don't even, my brother was a Crip.
I'll keep
trying till I get it right.
But he ain't even on that type of time. I'm telling you, my brother ain't on nothing. He gamble for codes. Oh, my dude, you know what I'm saying? He'll fight and he'll keep his gun. He don't felon or nothing. Got a gun in his name. You know what I'm saying? Still burnt up crazy, gonna jump out with us. We all felons gonna jump out and run with our guns. He gonna jump out and run too. Bitch, only one don't gotta run, but he just that, he a hood. He like, I ain't sitting there talking to he crack, run too. That's how my brother act. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no type of nigga to where they came and confirmed my nigga stood over and put him down like that. You know what I'm saying? But they come in the streets. That shit happen all the time like that.
But you never thought that he's the type of dude that would have been targeted by somebody like that?
No. I'm telling you, my baby wasn't on nothing. That bitch went on nothing. Nathaniel, he went on shit. That nigga beef with me. Not like trip with me, you know what I'm saying? But he I be on bullshit so much, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He trying to calm you down.
Yeah, he the only one could even kind of tell me something. So that's dead.
That's a different type of pain you got to live with, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's one thing having a homie who you know is on BS, bro. Yo, having a homie who you know, man, listen, man, if they catch up with him and get him and kill him, hey, bro, homie deserve it, man. Yo, you can sort of cope with the pain a little bit, bro, because you know your homie done robbed the entire city. He done popped the entire city. He done finesse. He done stole from the entire city. So if he goes, you can somewhat live with it. But to know that your homie was a father, your homie was a good dude, your homie F with everybody, your homie was pushing for peace, begging you to push for peace before things get out of hand, but you tell him no because you want to be out here, and then he pass away, and they get him due to something that you did, oh no, that's a different type of pain, bro. A pain like that is hard to live with, homie. Now, Go Yaya would also break down exactly how he found out that Lil Ronnie and his daughter had passed away.
I really feel empty in a bit. I ain't never did this shit without my nigga. I ain't even want to do this shit.
Right. Damn.
Where was you at? You was locked up when you heard the news, right?
Yeah, I was in the feds.
How the word get to you?
I got a phone. I'm rich. So I had a cell phone in that bitch. And I had just got that phone literally, I swear to God, gang. That's how crazy the world is. I slid that bitch up my door like 4 in the morning. Man, it wasn't even on. I had to get it cut on and shit. Somebody, the first conversation I'm having, nigga, my partner Greg right there, but he blowing my phone up. But I just got the phone on, so I ain't trying to talk to nobody. My bitch blowing me up. I ain't trying to talk. So I'm trying to hit my new hoes. Hoes I ain't been talking to and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ignoring, but everybody blowing me up. So I'm like, man. And then I don't know how y'all Instagram is. Ain't nothing but fine hoes and shit on my Instagram. So that's all I see when I scroll and shit. So when everybody was blowing me up, it was abnormal. Like, people didn't know I got no phone, so how they hitting me up like this? You know what I'm saying? But my people know I got a phone. So damn, I called, see Greg blowing me up, my bitch, and she hit me with a voice message. Like, I don't even know how to tell you this. I'm thinking she finna say she pregnant or some cheating shit. Bitch, boyfriend, girlfriend shit. I used to know she finna break my heart like this. Hoe tell me talking about, they just killed Chucky at a car wash in Forest Hill. Man, shut up, bitch. I mean, ignored her. I ain't even respond to her. You don't know what you talking about, hoe.
That's really where your brain went, is you thought like that can't possibly be true?
Man, I just knew it was something fake going on. I knew it was something like a mistake. Cause my bitch ain't even being nothing. The bitch being nothing, everybody know, bro. You know my brother the cool one. I'm the one that's tripping on game. Shit that happened to my brother, that shit wouldn't happen to him. Now, if that shit happened to me and my baby or something, people have been like, oh, that's J.O. He act like that. You know what I'm saying?
Up until this point, he handled the interview pretty well. Ain't really say nothing too crazy. Mourned his brother and kept it pushing. But this is where he made a mistake, all right? While getting really passionate, talking about the death, talking about how they did his brother, talking about how they really stood over him and how they took him out, Go Yayo will slip up. And he will slip up and confess that he's going to kill the people involved. Now, the killers are actually locked up. But the people that folks believe is behind this is rappers like Lil CJ Casino and others in whom he talks about in his interview. But he slips up by letting them know that he's going to kill them.
Video went out yet. I finally called my brother back, nigga. He was at the scene. And all my partners was at the scene. So imagine, everybody just passing the phone around. And I'm in jail, bro. Everybody just passing the phone around. And my bro right there dead. That shit was crazy. I'm screaming, but I'm on the phone in jail. So, I can't get caught with the phone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had to call my cell, like, bitch, come here. Like, what's my man, bitch? Whatever you got going, come here. And man, I said, damn, bitch, they killed my brother, bitch, the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I could even sit in that bitch and cry like I want to. Cause I'm talking to them hoes on the phone and telling me that shit crushed me, huh? Damn. Yeah, them played, kill all them bitch ass niggas. 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 Them played, kill all them bitch ass niggas.
Y'all know I'm team no jumper to the death. So, but even I can admit, bruh, comment on a podcast days after being released from prison and then confessing and admitting that you are looking and you are going to kill your ops who are involved in this on a public podcast who, by the way, has a host currently in jail fighting a federal case, and there are clips and excerpts from the podcast in the federal complaint, knowing the feds is watching, you will come on the public platform and admit that you're gonna kill folks? Yo, this is dumb for so many reasons. First off, the feds is watching. Secondly, even if you didn't do it, even if you're not the one who gets arrested for pulling the trigger, now they have cause for a RICO. Now they have your own words they can use to tie you in. Hey, yo, Go Yayo ain't kill Lil Ronnie killers or people who are involved. But yo, he admitted on No Jumper that he was going to do this, that he was going to pay somebody to do it. So he's involved some way. Okay, then he's linked to, okay, bet, tie them all into a RICO. Over with now. If you're going to do something, why come on a podcast and say it? Yo, like, are y'all addicted to self? Like, is self-stitching something that y'all just can't shake out your veins, bro? That when y'all see a mic, yo, it's just second nature. It's like an uncontrollable impulse that you just have to tell on yourself. It don't make sense at all. This is stupid.
You went to his mural yesterday, and you posted "Kill or Be Killed," and we posted. I mean, it's on the internet now; it's all over. But a lot of people, they're confused. A lot of people outside looking in, they feel like it was distasteful. You know, explain the "Kill or Be Killed" caption.
I don't want to do with nobody feel like this tasteful. I gotta watch a video of my brother getting walked down. His daughter gotta see this. He still got a daughter out of it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta watch that video. The nigga stood over my brother and ran out the scene dead. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Confirm my homeboy talking about this tasteful. Same share that shit. That shit got millions of views, hundreds of millions of views.
I don't think there's a soul who's aware of this situation who would say that the people who took that beautiful little girl don't deserve their karma, don't deserve to get hunted just like they hunted her. But what we're saying is, don't come on the internet and admit to it. Don't come on the internet and talk about it. If you have plans on doing it, it's best you keep quiet. Because the more you come on this internet and the more you speak on it and the more you damn near say you're going to do it, the minute it happens, even if you were selling those wolf tickets, bro, it's going to backfire on you badly. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what do you guys think about this, bro? All right, do y'all think Go Yayo said too much? Y'all think he's self-incriminating himself, man? Or y'all think nothing will happen to him for doing this? Let me know, all right? And if you're still watching, man, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, man. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, to find out why.
Gotta edit that one out, big dog. It's all good. I'm about to like on this beat. Man. I'm about high. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Lay it down. We back tomorrow on the grind again. Know what we're doing tomorrow. Trying to take over the most. Yeah. Like button. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. I be me. Appreciate you coming through. My nigga Polo Miss B. You know what I'm saying? Sick him. Goddamn. Double pulled up.